So I'm at the idea stage. The client I was working with asked me if I would make a poster for a Joan of Arc film from the 1920s. I decided to use AI as something to lean against. So I typed in Joan of Arc. The client was interested in Shepherd Fairey style. And so I just wanted to see what the computer would come up with. If anything, this is sort of my benchmark for I want to outperform the computer. I printed it off. I left out the color. I did some Google searches of the film that I'm interested in. There's a lot of Joan of Arc films, and I'm just sketching and doodling and drawing and getting the feel for this actress of this time through this photographer, through this computer, through this printout, just finding my footing. I'm not going to use the artwork from the AI for my finished project. I'm not going to use the artwork from the internet as much. I'm not going to use this painting. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this whole feel. I might print out an image from the original poster, and I'm going to sketch it onto a silk screen. My silk screen process is I'm using 2 screens here and house paint, and instead of doing a proper silk screen, I'm just painting directly onto the screen with a paintbrush. The reference image I started with, I'm painting on the back of my screen because that's more convenient. So it's just hanging on the back of a lamp so that I can see it reversed. I could have printed it flipped, but I'm lazy that way. I'm also painting with red paint because it was handy, but it would have been easier if I used white paint because I have to do a negative of what I'm seeing. I'm painting upside down and backwards and inside out, and I'm doing it in 2 layers. My first layer is a looser layer. My second layer is a more detailed layer, so you'll see me shifting to a smaller brush pretty soon to get the detail in. I'll do 2 layers of the house paint. I often use a different color for the second layer. That way I can see the second color poking through if I have any holes or gaps. I also find that when I hold the screen up to the light, I can really see the light specks passing through is where the ink's going to pass through. I also like to use the shadow of the from the sun to take a look at my image projected onto a wall. Or not projecting, but the opposite of projected. It's a shadow. The shadow of my edge cast on the wall, I suppose is the proper way to say it. And so I have 2 of these, and I'll let them dry and put a second coat on. I think I ended up using a light blue for this. And then I take it to the studio because I can make a bigger mess, and I silk screen the looser of the 2 colors onto a piece of paper. And I thought I'd try it out on a t-shirt as well. This would look nicer on a light t-shirt, but actually worked pretty well with a dark t-shirt as well. I really like messing around with the mid-tones and my inks when I'm doing the silk screens. This is my beautiful Joan of Arc, who's heat gunning my artwork. And that sets the ink. And then once this is dry, I'll put the second more detailed print in. And then I think I'm done. Well, the art part, there's still the lettering. I haven't quite decided if I want to hand do the letters or if I want to take that into Photoshop and use Photoshop to put the text in. Chances are there'll be lots of changes, so silk screening the text might be a bit of a nightmare. It is always a thrill when you lift the screen off the paper or off the t-shirt. I especially love the thrill of lifting the second print. I'm pretty specific about not being too exact about where I drop that second screen. So I like to eyeball it, and you can see me fidgeting about trying to get it in the right spot, but by the right spot I kind of want it off by a bit, and so no t-shirts are going to look the same, and I end up with a print of Joan of Arc that's my own work and references the original movie poster. Thank you very much.